Hi everybody, Nazza here. Today we are gonna take a look at Notion and how to build a simple hashtags database in order to organize them and easily copy them when you have to post on Instagram or other platforms. If you don't know about Notion, it's a productivity app I became obsessed with and on which I'm trying to move everything regarding my personal life and my work, from articles and stuff I want to save from the web to daily tasks and ongoing projects, from personal finance to YouTube channel planning. It's an insanely versatile app that combines many features from other famous apps like Evernote and Todoist, that brings even more to the table and then gives you an empowering amount of freedom in organizing your workspace and creating your own tools. As you can imagine, it's a different kind of topic compared to the usual ones on this channel, but I really felt in love with this tool and I would like to share with you part of my journey with it. Today's video is not an introduction to Notion and how it works, but I will showcase how, starting from a simple problem, I came up with a solution using Notion's powerful databases, relations, rollups, and formulas. If you are interested in learning more about Notion, you can visit Francesco's Keep Productive channel, Marie Pulin channel, and William Knapp channel, and also the official Notion channel on YouTube. They all have great content to get you up and running pretty fast. I will link all of these channels in the description below. If you like the content, please leave a like, subscribe, or even click that fancy bell icon down here. It really makes a difference for me and I will be really grateful if you do. So let's jump in Notion and start building our hashtags database. So this is what I have for now. It's a project just I came up with this morning, so I will for sure iterate and change it in the coming days, but it was a really nice and quick solution. My main issue was to have this large list of hashtags, and I always struggled with organization and keep track of all of them and easily choose between one or the other, and also count how many I already chose, and so I decided to build a little tool inside Notion to help me deal with these hashtags and organize them in simple presets I can copy and paste easily on socials. But let's build this from the ground up, so let's make a brand new page. Let's call it hashtags database and open it full screen, and we will just use an empty page and create an inline table, and our first database will be our Insta list. Let's call it like this. I always like to work with full width pages in Notion, but it's up to you. In this case, we just need the name, so it's a pretty straightforward database with just names. And here I will copy a series of hashtags. So here we will have a row for every hashtag, every single one. So I will copy a bunch of them here and I will be back. So we have a dozen of hashtags now. We can start to work with them. Let's create another database now, an inline table again, and let's call it insta presets. And here we will need the name and another property. So let's keep these 3 default rows. Let's call it main. Let's call it second and third. Now we need to connect these 2 databases together. So let's find our insta list we just did. And now here we can start adding hashtags to these presets. I like to disable wrap cells in this case, and let's put some other hashtag in here. Again, some more. And again here, let's add more, because we like to have a lot of hashtags. So we already connected many of these hashtags to different presets. So depending on the topic of our post and depending on how we want to divide and organize our hashtags, we can create as many presets as we like. Now another thing I like to do is to add another property, and this time use the rollup function, and let's call it counter, and we can configure it and connect it to the tags. Well, it's not really tags in this case, it's I didn't rename it. Let's call it just hashtags. And here I like to see the count, the total count of the hashtags. So this is really helpful to keep track of how many hashtags we added to our presets, so we know in case, like for Instagram, we know when we reached the 30 maximum number of hashtags, or we can add more, or we have to delete some of them because we exceeded the maximum. And then the nice part is to add a formula that we will call simply list. And with this formula, what I want to do is to take all of these hashtags we added here to the preset and create a snippet of text we can simply copy and then paste on Instagram or other social media. So in order to do that, the first thing I tried was the format. If I find it, let's just write format. So the first thing I tried was this one, and it kind of works. I mean, if you copy and paste these inside Instagram, the hashtags are correctly recognized, but I didn't like that they were all separated by commas. So again, just to show you, we just formatted the content of our hashtags rows column for every row. But in order to avoid these commas, I found that we can use, in this case, the replace, if I can write it, we can use the replace all for function in this case. And we're gonna just add a couple of arguments here in order to make it work. We have to specify this is the target. So now we have to specify what we want to replace. In this case is the comma. We know will be generated. And then last, we have to say what is going to substitute and replace what we indicated here. So in this case, the comma will be replaced with just nothing, doing like this. Let's fix a couple of parentheses and we are good to go. And we are done. So as you can see, we have automatically this snippet of text we can copy and paste. So we can just click once, hide the formula panel, and once the cell is highlighted, we can Ctrl C, and as you can see, if we jump to Instagram, Ctrl V, and we have all our hashtags correctly copied into the post or the comment or whatever. I can even jump into like the mobile version of Instagram, reload the page, and then I can directly post from my PC. So this is what I do usually. I prefer to manage my posts directly from my desktop. So let's say I want to publish something like, I don't know, something like this, and then we can jump to the description and we can finally paste our hashtags and everything will work perfectly. This is the workaround I found in order to organize, categorize, and easily manage snippets of hashtags. I hope this was helpful for you. I will leave also the template, this template I did available in the description below. Please again leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you like the content, and see you the next one. Bye.